This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with my weekly review of the points I find interesting in Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer newsletter. I am a little late because over the past 3 days I traveled from pretty much the equivalent of the East Coast of the United States to the West Coast of the United States and back, since I do live only 45 minutes from the New York state border. And I did use the PCW Ultra sold out picture here for the cover of this Wrestling Observer review. It was sold out even before walk up. There was a new PCW women's champion crowned, Viva Van. And of course, the Blood Hunter, managed by Kevin Sullivan, had his toughest match to date against Scorpio. They went over 15 minutes. The Blood Hunter appears to have suffered a bunch of injuries in that match, including a leg injury, pec injury, bicep injury, and facial lacerations. And all the matches from that event will be posted on the Hannibal TV in the coming weeks. Let me jump into the news. Crown Jewel happened October 21st in Saudi Arabia, which WWE supposedly paid $50 million per show by the government there to put on these events. They used Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, and Edge, among others. Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar was the headlining, where the finish was the Usos did a double super kick to Lesnar, then Reigns hit him with the belt for the win. The show was 4.5 hours long. The Undertaker was there but did not appear on the show. However, he did do public appearances the days before. As of now, Royal Rumble in St. Louis has 21,549 tickets distributed. They are going to have the setup right now for 29,000 about. The dome where they're doing it could hold about 62,000, but it's unlikely they're going to try and go beyond that 29,000 mark. The December 10th SmackDown that was supposed to be in Cleveland was moved to LA because Fox wanted it to be in LA. The Cleveland show is being moved to March 7th, and it's going to be a Raw. Right now, LA has sold 4,307 tickets for that SmackDown event. WWE is holding a tryout camp December 15th to 17th in Orlando, Florida. Jim Duggan, who's now 67, who I introduced him twice actually for his comedy show. He's wrestled for Great North Wrestling. He's a WWE Hall of Famer, former WCW star. He had emergency surgery October 20th, but no word on actually why he needed the emergency surgery, what the issue was. He battled with cancer before. Raw did its lowest rating ever this week, only a 0.39. Big E might just take over Drew McIntyre's lowest drawing champion, or the lowest ratings drawing champion of all time. I don't think anyone will ever beat Drew McIntyre's lowest crowd drawing. Dynamite did a 0.28. Rampage did a 0.24. SmackDown also did a 0.24. Dark Side of the Ring did a 0.06. Impact did a 0.03. NXT did a 0.14. In some attendance figures, the WWE October 15th tribute to the troops / SmackDown taping in Ontario, California, had 8,000 in attendance with 6,700 paid. And for some reason, they weren't allowed to say they were in Ontario, California. They had to say it was in Southern California. On October 15th in Miami, AEW Rampage did 2,300 paid, 2,600 total. Apparently, they called it a Heritage Night and said that if fans brought a flag they could get in for only $10. WWE October 16th in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, did 4,235 fans. AEW Dynamite was also in Miami on October 16th and did 3,000 paid. New Japan was in Philadelphia October 16th and 17th. John Moxley was on some of these events. They only drew 700, which is actually less than the recent independent event that ran the ECW arena. The capacity of that arena is somewhere between 900 and 1,000. October 17th in El Paso, Texas, WWE did 7,444 fans. That's a pretty good number for a house show. October 18th, Raw taping in Sacramento, California, did 7,400 fans with 5,900 of those fans paying. NXT, where tickets are free, and apparently that place can hold up to 250, only did 200 for their October 19th taping. UFC news, Conor McGregor was in the news again this week over punching an Italian DJ who says he's going to sue McGregor over the incident. This incident happened the same day or around the same time that McGregor brought his third son to be baptized at the Vatican. The LA County District Attorney's Office is not going to move forward with charges against Chuck Liddell for a domestic incident last week. Francis Ngannou says that his pay is so low in the UFC, he's actually been borrowing money from people. He's got a fight on January 22nd against the interim champion Cyril Gagné. They really don't pay their fighters much in UFC. Terry Odyssey tips me $9.99. By the way, in about an hour, I'm going to be interviewing Max Payne, also known as Man Mountain Rock, right here on this channel. So tips like you, Terry, that helps me get these interviews. David, the best way to meet me is at Great North Wrestling events. I'm not a meet and greet person, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't really do that. I will usually autograph and take pictures with people for free if they run into me. Matt says I'm on fire. Yes, Mitch, I did have a great time in LA. I really am not happy to be back here in cold Canada. Tiki6 must be talking about the Blood Hunters injury. Wendell, the Blood Hunter versus Carlito coming up on December 11th in Irving, Texas. Who do I think is going to win? Well, my favorite wrestler, who actually Kevin Sullivan told me it might be for the first time ever, both him and Blaze managing the Blood Hunter at Southern Junction there. So that could be very interesting. Mike, when am I going to come to San Jose and Sacramento? I don't know. Not in my immediate plans. Matt R. Yeah, Scorpio is a tough guy. He did beat up Hawk. Gerardo wishes the Blood Hunter a speedy recovery. Mop Shop says, good evening, puff puff. I might have to do that soon. Polar Family. DSOTR. I don't even know what that is. Oh, Dark Side of the Ring. I haven't even, honestly, the last one I watched part of was the FMW one, and I got bored after literally about 2 minutes, and I thought I was going to finish it, but I didn't, and I haven't seen any of them since. I might watch more. Show My Bicep. Oh, your thing's blocking it. There's my bicep for the guy asking. Big fish. Well, if you add up my monthly views, I do get a lot of viewers on this channel for sure. But WWE, they've been around a long time. They're hard to compete with. They're a giant corporation. Mop Shop tips $10. Wishes me happy birthday. Would like to see me do a Sean Royal interview. One half of the New Breed. I'm so out of the loop in independent wrestling, or I don't even know if that's independent or not. I have no idea who that is. Send me the information to greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com. Daryl says, please go back to LA. Well, I am going to be going back to LA actually on January the 28th for the PCW anniversary event that's going to feature none other than Stan Hansen. And you guys are going to be shocked at the match the Blood Hunters in for that one. It's going to be such a crazy match that I might have to just buy a plane ticket down there to go watch it in person. And who knows? Maybe the Blood Hunter is going to need the backup of both Blaze and Kevin Sullivan for that one. A lot of people were asking where Blaze was this weekend. Thomas says Blood Hunter's the greatest wrestler out there today. I agree. And on that note, check back in about an hour for the Max Payne interview. He hasn't done an interview, he said, in 20 years. So this will be his first one in 20 years. And Johnny Fairplay from Survivor and TNA is actually going to do an interview with me on Tuesday. So that should be interesting. He's quite a character. And I don't know. I think that'll be interesting. Someone says I should talk to Gene LaBelle. I would love to. He's a hard guy to get a hold of, but in January, I'm going to stay longer. I did not stay long enough this time, and I'm miserable to be back here. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our